The offensive line is a unit of 5 men, working as one. Offensive linemen are all brothers from another mother. From dinners to blocking schemes, the O-line sticks together, even on the group text.
We call it Juice. That's our group chat name. We call it Juice. We have so many different personalities in our room.
Yeah, trench hogs with a Razorback emoji, and then a picture of our coach when he was younger is our group picture.
It's hilarious, you know. We send memes in there, and we talk about funny stuff that happens.
Like, they'll find like an old picture of you and like, hey man, like what was going on here? Like, what are you doing here? And you know, then you got to like fire it back with something around him, and then it just escalates, and then everybody starts, you know, gassing it up.
But every family has its foibles. Like, for instance, college football 25 player ratings.
When these NCAA numbers came out, I would say the biggest thing we talked about was the speed. I appreciate the rating, but I felt like my speed should have been a little higher. I had a 66. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I at least deserve a 70.
I was like an 81, I think. I was like, an 81 sounds pretty good. It's higher than 70s, better than most people that I know.
My EA rating is a 79, and I was hoping it was going to be over 80, but I know and my strength is super low, and there's like a freshman that's stronger, so I was like, come on, like my strength is definitely like in the 90s.
I believe our right tackle was like a 87 or something like that. So we're like, dang, you an 87, bro? Dang, you got all the attributes and everything.
The talk of the town when it came to ratings was the strength. It was like, oh no, my power numbers are better than yours, so how are you stronger than me? And I'm like, guys, this is just the preseason. If you really want to go out and change it, go prove it.
If offensive line was a boy band, well, then left tackle would have to be Harry Styles. Left tackles are lead singers of the O-line, tasked with protecting the most important asset on the football field, the quarterback. But O-line isn't a boy band, it's a man band. So much so that even a 6'4", 320-pound lineman can still be called Junior. The starting left tackle for the University of Texas, Kelvin Banks Jr., comes from humble roots. Quite literally.
Humble, Texas, I would say it's kind of like a tight-knit community. People would say, yeah, it's in like the Houston area, so they think it's super big, but I would say like a Four Corners, it's like Kingwood, Tassida, Humble, and then like the Summer Creek area. So you know everyone around there. People you go to school with, you've probably been playing with them since Pee-wee football. Go to the grocery store, you're gonna see somebody from school. So it's definitely like a community that stays together and kind of just looks out for one another.
Humble, Texas is a special place for Kelvin Banks. It's the city that shaped him into a 5-star recruit. His friends and family are there, and this connection grew even stronger when a hurricane recently ravaged his hometown.
Beryl is on a collision course with the Gulf Coast.
The deadly hurricane turned tropical storm tore through the Houston area. This is in the Humble section of the city.
Kelvin is Texas-born and raised, and when you're from Texas, family comes first.
My mom and dad, they made me who I am today. My dad, he showed me so much from a young age of how to work hard, how to get up in that early morning when you probably don't feel like it, just understanding like, hey, this is what you need to do for your future and your future family as well. And then even my mom, she's been through so much. She has epilepsy, so just watching her fight through that and understand like, there's never a time in your life where you should just want to give up on yourself, and just understand like the more you fight and then the more you believe in yourself is the more you're gonna succeed in life.
No matter how his mother was feeling, she always delivered the same 6 words to her son on game day. Put those guys in the dirt.
Every bruise and every scar makes us who we are. Who we are. Who we are.
That's Texas tough. And Kelvin Banks Jr. is a Texas kid who likes to do Texas things. When you come from the Lone Star State, hook 'em doesn't just happen on the football field. Sometimes it happens in a boat.
The main things I love about fishing is definitely the peace it brings to you. And also it teaches you like real patience, because you can kind of correlate patience to the real life as well. Because when you out there fishing, you're not always gonna catch the biggest fish. You're not always gonna get a bite every 10 seconds. Just the peace of mind of the water, just being there and floating, and you're just, you know what I'm saying, just having a good time, spending time with family. That's like the biggest thing for me.
The starting left tackle on the #1 team in the country needs to know his X's and O's. But Kelvin is a Longhorn through and through, so he also knows his barbecue, as seen by his popular social media reviews.
Hey guys, we're back at it again, looking for the best barbecue spots in Texas. The barbecue series is definitely kind of like my own little deal. I'm kind of like a shy person. I'm kind of getting out my shell more, but it's kind of just showing like who I am as a person, like my personality, my character, how I go about speaking to people and how I interact with people as well. So that was kind of like a thing, just trying to get my name out there more than just for football. We have a nice cut of sirloin right here. It's very juicy, as you can see. So we got a beef rib here and the Terry Black barbecue sauce. We're gonna see how they pair together. First thing you see to know when you're gonna love some barbecue is like when they first bring it out and the juices from the meat is like kind of simmering under the plate. I'll say that's like the main thing, knowing like, hey, like this is gonna be some good barbecue. Seeing that kind of gets you excited as well.
Kelvin Banks Jr. doesn't discriminate. Back in Austin, he'll eat a burger too.
Coming to this place, the burger joint, we do like an annual O-line kind of dinner every year, and we'll come here and eat, and he'll cater us, and it'll just, you know what I'm saying, have fun. So it's pretty good. You could basically say the sliders kind of look like this burger, so that's what really got me here. And then this is a good space to come and have fun, and we all know the owner, so he kind of treats us very well when we come by. I mean, I don't even know where to pick this thing up at.
When he's not cleaning his plate, Kelvin is lifting plates. Lots of them.
After you stretch, I kind of like to incorporate both aspects of lower body and upper body into my workout. I kind of don't like to do leg day or arm day. I kind of like to do both. So today we're gonna start with squat and then bench press, and then we'll go from there. The depth of your squat is very important as well, especially being an O-lineman. You got to be very flexible. On the football field, kind of gives you that sense of being in game time motion when you're exploding the weight off your back. The mental and physicality of offensive line is like top tier, especially coming from high school to college. You're going from playing people your age, and now you're playing somebody who's 20 and you're just turning 18. Your body's still developing. It's a grown man sport now. It's kind of like every week, every practice, it's like 100%. Like this guy's coming to take what's yours, and it's kind of that point of you gotta not let that happen. You gotta let him understand.
For Kelvin Banks Jr., the University of Texas is more than just all right, all right, all right. UT has held a special place in his heart since he was a kid.
Ever since I was a kid, I was a big fan of UT. Even Halloween, I had like a Vince Young costume. I used to dress up and stuff. So I've been a big fan since then. Me still growing up and understanding that the legacy's still there, no matter if they had a bad season or a good season. Being from Texas and just wanting to represent my state and just have that name on my back as well and represent my family.
Any college quarterback looking to go pro knows there's a quid pro quo with your linemen. But when it comes to quarterbacks doling out a little lineman love, the recipe is quite simple. Ask any lineman, and they'll tell you the fastest way to a lineman's heart is through the stomach.
Food. Our quarterback, he took us to Buffalo Wild Wings. Great time.
I would say the only right way to show appreciation to the lineman is definitely to take them out to eat, man.
I would just say take them out to eat, you know, invite them to the house, play video games. You know, the lineman just gonna be one of the guys, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do nothing crazy at all.
You don't need, watches, scooters, or such like that.
Every offensive line has a center. They're different. The big brains and glue guys who herd the flock and make sure everyone's done their homework. Tune in to the next episode of O-Line, presented by Duke Cannon, as we huddle up with the man in the middle for the University of Arkansas, Renaissance man Addison Nichols.
That's a must. That is a must.
Oh, yep, 3X.
Cannon, baby. Let's go.
Okay, so you got to make us a lineman.
Yeah,
we'll put a lineman up there. Just like this. Sure.
That smells incredible.
They all smell good, but like different at the same time. Oh, it smells good.
Duke Cannon, all Cannon team.